Okay. Good morning, students. So we have started the chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plant, and still for so far we are discussed in a sexual reproduction in a flowering plant, and that pre-fertilization structure and events. Pre-fertilization structure and events. You all know about the events in sexual reproduction: pre-fertilization events, fertilization, then post-fertilization events. So in this particular chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plant, we are start discussing regarding the pre-fertilization structure and events. In that, still for so far we are studying regarding the male reproductive structure, that is stamen, microsporangium, and last in that pollen grain. This we have to discuss. Because I have discussed the stamen and microsporangium. Yet we have not discussed regarding the pollen grains. And apart from this, in previous class, what we have discussed? In the female reproductive structure, in the sense female reproductive structure or event in a pre-fertilization event. In that we have studied pistil, then megasporangium, and another one thing we should study there, embryocyte. So I hope what I have mentioned, what we have discussed, still possible in the sense we have discussed the stamen, microsporangium, the structure of stamen, structure of microsporangium, another name for this is a TS of anther. Then afterwards we have discussed the structure of pistil in a previous class, and we have discussed regarding the megasporangium, that is what ovule. Remaining things we are going to discuss now, that is one pollen grain and embryo cell. So I hope it is clear for you people. In a pre-fertilization in a sexual reproducing flowers or a sexual reproduction in a flowering plant, in that the pre-fertilization in pre-fertilization event, what else we are going to study? In pre-fertilization event we are going to study the male reproductive structure. In that we are going to study the stamen, microsporangium. Already we are studying this. Then we are going to study in gynosphere, pistil, megasporangium. These also we are studying already. Remaining thing, pollen grain and embryocyte we are going to study. So first, today I am going to start once again with the male reproductive structure in that pollen grain. Alright, pollen grains. Understood? Now I used to write the side heading is pollen grain. So see, this is very important. Now is to rub this or else let it be pollen grain. Or pollen grain. Now pollen grain in the sense what? This is male gametophyte. Pollen grain is a male gametophyte, and this is embryocyte is a female gametophyte. We are going to discuss that next. Now you all are studying regarding the unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Understood? In unisexual bisexual flower, I told you regarding hibiscus rosa sinensis and ದಾಸವಾಳ ಹೂವು ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅದ್ರ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಆಂಡ್ರೋಸಿಯಮ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಗೈನೋಸಿಯಮ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. In the sense both the sexual reproductive structures are present in the same flower. ಅದು hibiscus rosa sinensis. ಆ hibiscus rosa sinensis ನೀವು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೈತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕದೋರ್ದು ಏನು ನೆಕೆಡ್ ಐ ಕಾಟಾಗ ನೀವು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ದಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಸ್ಟ್ that particular thing, whatever they called means androgen is there, and we are going to dust that androgen from that. In a sense, from the anther, we are going to get the pollen grains. I will show you when we used to do the practicals. And I hope in first year only, I dissected out the hibiscus rosa sinensis and I showed you people regarding the structure of what? Anther, in the sense stamen, sorry, not anther, structure of stamen. It consists of anther and filament. And also I showed you pistil. The pistil consists of stigma, style and ovary. And I showed you people the section of ovary. In that you are going to get the locules. Okay, regarding the viscous rosa sinuses. So now here I am going to discuss regarding the pollen grain. Pollen grain, it is called as a male gametophyte. When you are going to take a viscous rosa sinuses and you are going to dust that the viscous rosa sinuses, the stigma or upper part, style upper part, that time you are going to get the yellow colored dust powder. And that powder, when you are going to observe under the microscope, that time you are going to see the pollen grains. Okay. Now, today we are going to study the structure of pollen grains. Pollen grains, how the pollen grains are. Understood? And these pollen grains, you will amaze the various architectures you are going to find in the sense in a different what we are going to call that as a spaces. In the sense in a angiosperm, the different flowers. They used to show the different pollen grains, like their size is various, shape is various, color, design, everything is different from one species to the another species. In the sense that the pollen grains are not similar in each species. They are going to differ in their size, in their color, in their structure. Understood? It is and why there is a difference between their shape, size, color and other things, because they have to adjust regarding means surrounding their environment and all. You all means I think you heard about the adaptation and all. We are going to study those things. But here, what I told you, the pollen grains are varies in their shape, varies in their size, varies in their color, varies in their design, etc. Now, commonly we are going to study generally how the pollen grains are there. I used to draw the diagrams of a pollen grain. First, I used to draw the diagram of pollen grain, how they are going to develop. That I used to draw here. Okay, in the last, we are going to find okay, like this, the pollen grain development has to take place. I used to label the piece. The first one is here, vacuoles. This is nucleus. Vacuole. This is we are going to call that one as the spindles. Asymmetrical spindle. Asymmetrical spindle. Asymmetrical spindle. Then next, here there are the two cells are going to form. One is cell and generative cell. Vegetative cell and generative cell. So what I told you, pollen grain is called as a main gametophyte. When you are going to take the Hibiscus rosa sinuses, you can easily observe the pollen grains in a Hibiscus rosa sinuses. Pollen grains are various in their shape, size, color, design from one species to another species. In generally, when we are going to discuss about the structure of pollen grains or a male gametophyte, that is spherical in nature. Generally, what the pollen grains are spherical in nature, and they are going to measure about 25 to 50 micron. They are going to measure how much? 25 to 50 micrometers. Right? Now this pollen grain is made up of a two wall. That is what? One is outer is exine and inner is intine. It's made up of a two layers. What I told you, one is exine, another one is intine. One is exine, another one is intine. And whatever the exine is there, actually I drawn the continuous layer, but you are going to find some pores on a exine. Some pores on a exine. So I used to start explaining and writing few important points regarding the pollen grain. In the sense, male gametophyte is spherical in nature. It is measured 25 to 50 micrometers. Pollen grains, our pollen grain is made up of two layers. What is that? Outer exine and inner intine. Outer exine and inner intine. Now see, exine, whatever the exine is there, the outer layer, the exine, it is hard and it is made up of sporopollenin. It is made up of sporopollenin. It is very important. What I told you, exine, whatever the exine is there, exine is hard and made up of a sporopollenin. And the sporopollenin it is what we are going to call it as a organic material. It is organic material. This organic material withstand with high temperature, acid and alkaline. In the sense, no enzyme can digest it. It is also very important. No enzyme can, what we are going to call that as a degrades or digest. Degrades it. No enzyme can degrade it. In the sense, I told you, pollen grain, it is made up of two layers. Pollen grain is made up of two layers, outer exine and inner intine. Exine, it is a hard and made up of a sporopollenin. This is also very important for 1 mark question. It is made up of a sporopollenin. And the sporopollenin, it is organic material. Sporopollenin is organic material. Sporopollen is organic material which withstand with the high temperature, acid, alkali, and no enzyme can digest it. No enzyme can digest it. That's what we are going to call that one as a what? This helps us if it is not going to degrades or decomposes by any enzyme, then it is going to live for many years, so that the pollen grains are considered as a fossils. Further we are going to study. Okay, this is the what I told you. Enzyme is a hard and made up of a sporopollen, and the enzyme containing what I told you, there are what we are going to call as a prominent apertures. Prominent apertures called prominent aperture. We are going to call them as a germ pores. In germ pores, prominent aperture, that is what we are going to call them as a germ pores. In germ pores, there is sporopollen. Sporopollen is absent. Sporopollen is absent. Say, this is very important. Pollen grain is made up of two layers, outer exine and inner enzyme. Exine is a hard and made up of a sporopollen. This is very important. Sporopollen is an organic material withstand with the high temperature, acid and alkali. This is the functional bone. And no enzyme can degrade this. Okay. And also enzyme has prominent aperture on it. Prominent aperture ಅಂದ್ರೆ small pore ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಪಾಂತರದಾಗ enzyme ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Understood? There sporopollen is absent. Understood? Next, what we are going to call that one as a inner membrane. What is the inner membrane? Intine. After enzyme, we are going to study the intine. Intine, it is a continuous layer. It is continuous layer and made up of cellulose and pectin. This is also very important for one last question. Cellulose and pectin. It is made up of cellulose and PECTINE. It is made up of a pectin. Understood? That is a continuous. Inner wall of a pollen grain is continuous. Continuous, and what I told you, it is made up of cellulose and pectin. Cellulose and pectin. It is made up of a cellulose and pectin. Now next thing is regarding the what we are going to call that as a pollen grain. Pollen grain consists of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is surrounded by plasma membrane. Here within what pollen grain you are going to get the cytoplasm, and that is surrounded by the plasma membrane. And when the pollen grain is mature, has two cells. One is, I told you, vegetative cell and germinative cell. One is vegetative cell and germinative cell. And this vegetative cell is bigger in size and floating. Okay, the vegetative cell is bigger and it have what we are going to call that one as a reserve food material. Vegetative cell, here two cells, one of those vegetative and generative. What we are going to call it as a generative. Vegetative and generative cell. Vegetative cell is bigger and it has reserve food material. It has reserve food material. And generative cell is a small and floating in a generative cell floating in vegetative cell. In a vegetative cell. So I hope up to here you got this. What I told you. Now I'm going to explain once again. The pollen grain male gametophyte. It is a spherical. It is measured about 25 to 50 micrometers. Pollen grain is made up of a two layer. One is exine, another one is enzyme. Exine is a hard and made up of a sporopollenin. One last question. It is made up of a sporopollenin. How it is made up of? Name the material by which the exine is made up of. That time we are going to write the sporopollenin. Sporopollenin is an organic material withstand with the high temperature, acid and alkali, and no enzyme can degrade the exine. Exine is a discontinuous layer and it has prominent apertures called as a germ pores. There the pollen means sporopollenin is absent. Where the sporopollenin is absent? In a prominent apertures germ pores eliyathava germ pores tagiranga andaga sporopollenin iranga. In time it is a continuous layer. It is made up of a cellulose and pectin. This what pollen grain has a cytoplasm is surrounded by the plasma membrane, and when the pollen grain is going to mature, that time we are going to find two cells. One is vegetative cell, another one is generative cell. Vegetative cell is larger than the generative cell and it has reserve food material, and whatever the generative cell is there, that is floating into the what we are going to call it as a pollen grain. And apart from this, what else you are going to know regarding the pollen grains in the sense? Pollen grains act as a fossils. Pollen grains are considered as a what? Fossils. Pollen grains are considered as a fossils. Fossils ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕೊಳೆಯುಳಿಕೆಗಳು. Why we are going to call it as fossils ಅಂತಂದಾಗ it is made up of enzyme and it is going to withstand with the high temperature or other humidity and all. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಂಗ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅನಂತರ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ 60% of the what gymnosperms, sorry 50% of the angiosperms. Angiosperms ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದು flowering plants. Okay, 60% of the angiosperm ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ when the pollen grain is going to mature, that time yet cell ಇರ್ತಾವ two cells ಇರ್ತಾವು. ಅನಂತರ in few cases when the pollen grains are going to say ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ pollen grains ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಚೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು. ಹಾಗೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಈ cells understood. So what else I told you? See the structure of pollen grain. Pollen grain is made up of two layers. Outer is exine, that is a discontinuous one, and inner one is continuous layer. Exine is made up of sporopollenin. Sporopollenin is a organic material withstand with the high temperature, acid and alkali. No enzyme can degrade it. And exine has a prominent aperture called as a germ pore. There the sporopollenin is absent. Intine is a continuous layer made up of cellulose and pectin. Then next, the pollen grains are consist of cytoplasm. It is surrounded by the plasma membrane. And when the pollen grain is going to mature, that time it has a two-cell stage. And there, the larger cell is a vegetative cell and smaller cell is a generative cell. The vegetative cell has reserve food material, and the smaller cell, generative cell, that is floating into the vegetative cell. When these pollen grains are going to mature and they are going to set, usually 60% of the angiosperms are set with the two-cell stage. In some cases, there are the three-cell stage. Okay, this is regarding what pollen grains. And I told you the pollen grains are going to consider as a what? Fossils. What we are going to call them as a fossils, because the sporopollen is there. The sporopollen is there. That's what they used to withstand for the longer period. So this is about what? The structure of pollen grain. This is about what? The structure of pollen grain. Vegetative cell and generative cell. Okay? This video is super generative, vegetative cell and generative cell. Okay. So this is regarding what the structure of pollen grain or a male gametophyte. Now apart from this, what is the economic importance of pollen grains? Economic importance is how the pollen grains are affected the surrounding, or the pollen grains are affected to human beings, etc. Economic importance. Economic importance of pollen grains. In economic importance of pollen grains, see what we are going to discuss in the sense. There are pollen grains of a many species which are going to cause pollen grains of many species are going to cause the bronchial application. Bronchial, they are going to cause afflictions. Bronchial afflictions. In the sense, they are going to lead chronic respiratory disorders. Pollen grains are going to cause chronic respiratory disorders like asthma, bronchitis, etc. Bronchitis, etc. In the sense, pollen grains of a many species, they are going to cause the bronchial afflictions like chronic respiratory disorders, asthma, bronchitis, etc. And you all have heard one of the important example for this. That is what we are going to call it as a Parthenium. What is that? Parthenium, Parthenium. Parthenium. This Parthenium, it is came in India with wheat. Wheat ತಂದಾಗ ಗೋಧಿಗೆ import ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. While importing the wheat, the Parthenium has come to India, and nowadays that is one of the biggest headache for the farmers. It is act as a weed also, and also the pollen grains of the Parthenium, they are going to cause bronchial afflictions like chronic respiratory disorders, asthma, bronchitis, etc. Okay, this is also the thing we are going to consider in economic importance. Apart from this, pollen grains rich in nutrients. Rich in nutrients. Pollen grains are rich in nutrients. Rich in nutrients in the sense what? The pollen grains consist of nutrients. I told you when I draw the diagram, that time vegetative cell, it consists of the reserve food material. Reserve food material in the sense pollen grains rich in nutrients, so that in Western countries the pollen grains used as a nutrient tablets, nutrient syrups, nutrient tablets and nutrient syrups. This is the what we are going to call that as a supplementary food material. Nowadays it is a fashion to take a supplementary food material in a Western countries. Understood? And the pollen grains consumption has been climbed, increased in a, and why these are going to use? The consumption of these nutrients or a tablets or a syrup to increase athletic performance in humans, also in horses. Horse में पूरा एक बार बताएगा horses race horses of athletic performance increase आकर अथवा human दागी athletes की एक बार बताएगा athletes हैं तारो और अल्ले on performance increase आकर संबंध ये tablets ना तो बोला understood. So what I told you, the pollen grains are rich in nutrients. In Western countries, these are used as a food supplements, as a nutrient tablets and a nutrient syrups. And these nutrient tablets and nutrient syrups are available in the market to increase the athletic performance in humans, also in horses. Now, about economic importance in the sense of viability, the pollen grains got the important thing, that is the viability. This is also very important. Viability. Viability in the sense what? The ability of pollen grains to germinate. Ability of pollen grains to germinate. In the sense, pollen grains, it has to go and settle down on a stigma. I told you last time when we have discussed regarding the pistil. Pistil may lay for stigma, and it is to provide a platform for the pollen grain, and there the pollen grain has to germinate. In the sense, it germinates and it is going to form a pollen tube. Then the male gametes are entered into the mature embryo sac. In the sense, in mature embryo sac, there the fertilization has to occur. Then the reproduction has to take place. These are all the things we are going to discuss in a next further classes. But here, what I am going to tell you, viability is nothing but a pollen grains, ability of pollen grains to be germinate. And the pollen grains mature ಆದನಂತರ ಅವು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸ್ಟಿಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವತ್ತು ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಂಬತ್ತಾದಾಗ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. It takes a time. Okay, pollination. If they are not going to get a suitable site for the germination, that time, how many days they are hold their germinative capacity? Hold their germinative capacity. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಅವು germinative capacity ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿದಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು viability. For example, in some cereals ಅಂದ್ರೆ TV cereals ಅಂದಾಗ rice ಮತ್ತು wheat, only viability period is 30 minutes. ಬರೀ ಒಂದು 30 ನಿಮಿಷನಾಗ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30 ನಿಮಿಷನಾಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್. ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ Rosaceae, Leguminosae and Solanaceae, CEA. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are going to maintain their viability up to month. Understood? This is regarding what? Viability. And sometimes the pollen grains are stored, can be stored under degree centigrade minus 196 degree centigrade and used as a pollen bank. Even now sperm banks are there. Sperms are going to store under the minus 196 degree centigrade freeze ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ minus 196 ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ pollen grains. Pollen grains, many species of pollen grains, they are going to cause the bronchial ablations like chronic respiratory disorders, asthma and bronchitis. Parthenium is going to cause the bronchial ablations or a chronic respiratory disorder. Pollen grains of the Parthenium, it is came in India when we import the what we are going to call that as a wheat. That time Parthenium is came. A Parthenium mother strain ಪಾತ್ರದಾಗ carrot grass ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Pollen grains are rich in nutrients, so that in Western countries the pollen grains are used as a nutrient tablets or a nutrient serum. They are available in market, and these are helpful to increase the athletic performance in a humans, also in a horses. The viability, in the sense, the ability of pollen grain to germinate, the period is different from one species to another species. I told you in cereals, rice and wheat, the viability period is only 30 minutes, and other species like Rosaceae, Leguminosae and Solanaceae, ಈ ಕಾಣಲತ್ತನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬುಕ್ ನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಡುಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬುಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದಾಗ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಓದಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಯು ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಬುಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? Rosaceae, Leguminosae and Solanaceae ದಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದಾಗ they are going to maintain their viability up to the month. Okay, so here I used to stop, and I will continue next with embryo sac. Thank you.